Alright, I found it. This is the green check mark I'm looking for. When you hit that green check mark, it will put the material, whatever material you're using. 6061 is a very common aluminum. So I hit this green check mark and it gets in there. So I'm going to do this all over again from scratch. We will hit undo, see if that material goes away. I want to add material, so what I should have done is I should have had this active. Just click on it so it's highlighted in blue. In fact, I'm not even sure I have to have it active. I think maybe just after the fact you got to click on this. So we'll go back to 6061. And I've picked this one here, but I've got to apply it by hitting the down arrow. So you go ahead and click on that and then hit apply and wait patiently for it to do its thing. When the little wheel stops spinning, it means it's done. I wish it would tell us that it's done. It seems unintuitive to me if I were a new user that I'm supposed to go hit the close button now. But you're going to hit that close button. That's over there in the top right corner. Do you see my little circle flashing? You're going to close off that materials list. And nothing's showing up again. You got to pick on this part of the specification tree that I have highlighted in blue in the top left corner. To click on that, it establishes to put the material on that part. Hit the green check button to commit to accepting your material. The material's been accepted. It now knows it's aluminum. So earlier I showed you the measure item command in the bottom under the tools tab, right? We're in the tools tab and we use the measure item command. Under measure item, you use this to select single elements to find a point coordinate, to find a length of a line, to find a radius or diameter of a circle or arc or what have you. It's for selecting an individual element. The second one is a measure between. It allows me to find values between elements, whether I was looking for the distance between two lines or the distance from a center to a hole to the edge of a part or an angle. That's what measure between is for. The next one here is called measure inertia. What inertia does is it finds out and knows the density of T661 aluminum, and you can hit the measure inertia button and this little thing here comes up. Measure inertia is empty. What you got to do is pick on the part body. Do not pick the pad, pick the part body. When you select the part body, it finds everything used to make that part body, and it will give you area, volume, and mass. So the area lets you know how much square area you need outside. Maybe like if you need to paint it, that will give you the square area. You have volume and you have mass, which is weight in pounds. You also have center of gravity. The center of gravity is giving me a coordinate right in the center of the part where the center of gravity is. And it also gives you axes, a red, green, and a blue line, letting you know the moments of inertia to spin this part around the given axes. So if I wanted to, I could do more of that by customizing this, but right now, that's the customize button, by the way. Right now, this is all I want you to see. Just work with this main thing here. What you want to do is when you select OK, you'll see that measure inertia pops up and you open that up and these are your inertia measurements. Now, inside the tree, if you click on the edge of the part or the vertical line of the tree, it will activate the tree. And notice that my part when under intensified, it's now working in the tree. If I were to zoom in and out on my tree using the view tabs or your mouse, you can zoom in and out and I can see numbers, okay, in the tree. So I want to reference again back to my legacy preferences. In my legacy preferences, do you remember when we went to knowledge and turned these on with value with formula? The default was to have them off. Well, if you don't have them on, when I select OK, you won't get any values to show up here. I'm not really sure why I wouldn't want to see my values. So if your values are not displaying, what you want to do is go into your legacy preferences and make sure with value and formula are turned on in the parameter, measure, in the tab called Knowledge. So in the Knowledge tab, under Parameter Measure, with Value, with Formula, is how you get your values to show up in the specification tree. Also, under Units, I had set my mass to pounds, so I'll select OK to get rid of this. That is why we see mass in pounds. Volume was set to inches cubed, and area was inches squared, and that's why I see those in those values. We have our parameters length set to inches, therefore my center of gravity is set to inches. All right, these are the things I'm looking for in the specification tree. Notice that when this part is gray, I can't move that part, only the specification tree moves. In order to move the part, I want to grab that vertical line again, and that activates the part. So now when I move the part, the tree doesn't move, just the part moves. All right, so what I want to do here is show my measurement and my inertia. Okay, I'm going to double click on this. No, sorry, I'm going to double click on measure inertia in the tree. Whoops, one down. Double click measure inertia and I get this pop-up window. Okay, so really what I want to get is a picture with the moments of inertia showing in the tree, your measurement showing in the tree, picture of the part in the tree. Okay, I'll go back to my Word doc and I'm going to hit insert, screen. I'm just going to grab that screen. So you could do a screenshot that looks like this where you're showing me both inertia and measurements all at the same time. Or I'm going to copy that and I'm going to hit enter here and paste. Delete that step out. This one has just measurements, so I'll blow that out. You could just give me a picture if it's too cluttered, you don't like it, you could just give me a picture with just measurements on there. And then you could come back and give me a picture with just the specification tree. Okay, I'll come down here and hit enter. Better insert a page break here. Okay, whoops. Okay, so under here I'm going to go to insert, screenshot. Oh, you know what I got to do here? I got to go back to CATIA. I can turn off my measurements. If you recall, I did a right click and hit hide. I could slide this over and slide this over and make a screenshot, or I can just clip the whole thing. So again, if you feel like it's cleaner to have it just showing the individuals, that's good too. I'll come back over here and I will do an insert. You could either insert the existing shot we have, undo, or insert screenshot and do your own screen clip of it where you're getting a bigger shot of this. And then I'll pop back over to my Word doc. Okay, so the screen clip can be a lot easier to read. I'm going to leave that to your judgment. You guys are engineering techs. An engineering tech's responsibility is to make things clean and easy for people to read. So this is a completed Word doc here. I have a Word doc that shows a picture of the sketch that has a constrained profile. It is a closed profile. I've expanded the tree to show what's in the tree, and the datums have been renamed. Oops, I'm going to have to do an insert, screen clip, or page break. I got a snapshot of the part showing the specification tree with the part body and the pad. I got a snapshot with the measurements and inertia showing, or separated out. You can do one or the other. You don't have to do all three, okay? Whatever you think is easiest to show me, you created your measurements. All right, that concludes this exercise.